Hey, it's Mr. Aura, and today we're going to simplify some rational expressions. These are our practice problems. So, the first one we have here is the fraction with the numerator y squared plus 4y minus 45. And that's over the denominator of y squared minus 12y plus 35. So our goal here is to try and reduce this if possible. So what we really need to do is factor the numerator and denominator and see if anything will cancel out, if they have any common terms. So we're going to go through the factoring process. I'll let you do that on your own, so you can pause it if you like. But the top should factor into y plus 9 times y minus 5. Two things that multiply together give you negative 45 and end up adding to be 4. That would be 9 and negative 5. And the denominator, y squared minus 12y plus 35. I believe that is y minus 5 and y minus 7. So if you need help with that factoring, let me know, or go back to the videos on factoring quadratics. But once we have this, we'll notice up top there's a y minus 5, and in the bottom there's a y minus 5 that we can cancel out and reduce. So our large fraction reduces down to still a fraction, but now it's y plus 9 in the numerator and y minus 7 in the denominator. Alright, so the second practice problem here, we're going to divide two fractions and then combine and simplify. So the first fraction is numerator y squared minus 6y plus 8, and that's over denominator y plus 3. And that whole fraction is divided by the fraction numerator y squared plus 2y minus 8, denominator y plus 3. So be very careful here, and remember if you have a division, the keep change flip rule. So we're going to take the fractions we have and we're going to rewrite them with a multiplication. Okay, and remember with the second fraction we'll flip it. And just to save some time and space, I'm going to go ahead and factor them as I rewrite them. So the first fraction, y squared minus 6y plus 8, I believe that factors into y minus 2, y minus 4. Once again, if you don't see that just by looking at it, please go back and do it by hand so you get the same thing. And the y plus 3 in that denominator does not factor. Now the second fraction we said we would flip and turn this to multiplication, so the y plus 3 in the bottom ends up on top. And then the numerator will end up in the bottom. Let's see if we can factor it. Y squared plus 2y minus 8. I believe that factors into y plus 4 and y minus 2. Yes. So with all that, it's obvious that the y plus 3 will reduce in the top and bottom, and the y minus 2 will reduce as well. So be careful, because you see a y minus 4 up top and a y plus 4 on the bottom. They look a lot alike, but they're definitely not. So you can't do anything with them. So y minus 4 over y plus 4 is what this simplifies to. Okay. So I think we've got one more problem. This one here is three fractions, and there's combined by addition or subtraction. So three fractions is a little bit of work here, but the first fraction is x plus 2 over x minus 1, and then from that we're going to subtract the fraction x minus 5 over x plus 7, and then from there we're going to subtract the fraction 2 over x squared plus 6x minus 7. So the thing we need whenever we're going to add or subtract fractions is a common denominator. So let's take the denominators and take a look at them. The first fraction has a denominator of x minus 1. There's not much we can do with that, but I'm going to write it over here just to kind of keep track of it. The second one, x plus 7. There's not much we can do with that. We can't break it down at all, so I'm just going to put it over here and hold on to it just to remind myself what I have. And the last fraction, x squared plus 6x minus 7, is a quadratic. So let's see if we can factor it and find any common terms with the first two denominators. So it would be x plus 7, x minus 1. So what we really have is we might have three different fractions. So we got three very different denominators, but the last one contains terms in the first two. So I won't have to multiply by x plus 7 twice or x minus 1 twice. So we're going to multiply all of these. Well, we're going to create a common denominator where our denominator is x minus 1, x plus 7. So if we're missing some of that in a fraction, we're going to put it in. So the first fraction, x plus 2 over x minus 1, that does not have the x plus 7 in the bottom. So we're going to put an x plus 7 in the bottom, which, to keep things balanced, we have to put in the top as well. The second fraction, x minus 5 over x plus 7, has an x plus 7 in the bottom, but it needs an x minus 1. And if we're rewriting the fraction, we put it in the bottom, we put it in the top. And the last fraction has both pieces in the denominator, so I don't have to put anything else with it, but I will write the terms here, x plus 7 and x minus 1, so that we can see them. So now all three of our fractions have a common denominator of x minus 1, x plus 7. So we can combine them into one big fraction with that denominator of x minus 1, x plus 7. But we need to clean up the top. Unfortunately, I got some multiplication to do, but let's see what happens. So the first fraction, the numerators were x plus 2 times x plus 7, so I've got to FOIL that out. So x squared plus 9x plus 14. And then the second fraction is subtraction, and it's x minus 5 times x minus 1. So let's see, if I FOIL that out, I got x squared minus 6x plus 5. And then I just have a minus 2 at the end. So I need to collect some like terms. It's kind of nice because the x squared minus the x squared will cancel out. That's about the only real cancel I can do. But let's see here. Up top, if I do that, I do have some common terms. Let's see if I can get some varying colors here. So I have a 9x and a what will be a plus 6x. So that looks like it will give me 15x. And then with the actual numbers, I have, let's use a different color just to kind of point them out. I have a 14, I'll have a minus 5 and a minus 2. 14 minus 5 minus 2, I believe that's minus 21. Minus 21. Let's see, 14 minus 5 minus 7, so that'd be plus 7, right? If you find a problem, we might have to talk about it, but let's see here. Plus 7. I think all that is right, as far as I can tell. And so that's going to be over x minus 1, x plus 7. It would be nice if something else cancels out, but it doesn't look like it does. So I believe we are done here.